Hi there, this is Mack McFarland. I'm Operations Section Chief for Great Basin Team 6 here on the Windy Fire. And we've had a transition with the California Team 5. And we had a great transfer of command yesterday, and we have taken over management of the Windy Fire starting at 0600 this morning at 6 a.m. And so I can give you a quick update on what we've got going on today and what we learned from the transition from Team 5. And as we're getting to know the place names and all the different drainages here, please bear with me as I work my way around the fire. Our primary concern and efforts today on the fire are really going to be in the southern area, in the Sugarloaf developed area, to try to get the area that's still under evacuation repopulated. And so that's involving a lot of work along the roads to snag the roads out, to fell hazard trees that could be impeding folks getting in and out of that area, or could come down at any time. So we're trying to identify those and get falling teams in there to make those roads safe to get in there. Working very closely with the sheriff and the sheriff's office to make sure that we're well coordinated with lifting those that evacuation order there. You'll also notice there's several areas on the fire that are showing in the red fire perimeter or active fire perimeter. Those are areas where we do not have fire lines or containment lines along the fire. In Division Lima here on the west side of the fire, it's a pretty big chunk of ground that's still uncontained there. This is fire is backing down the hill into agricultural areas or grazed areas, and we're really not going to send people up into that at this time because of the hazards that are up there and the risk, and we don't feel like the potential for that fire to come out with a lot of force and potential for large fire growth is there because of the grazed lands and the condition of the fuels as we get further down. We have completed, Team 5 actually completed indirect dozer line in that area so that in case the fire does come out of there, we do have a contingency line there. But we are going to use patience on that piece of ground and monitor that rather than putting firefighters at risk for direct attack in that area. As we move north into the reservation area, the Tule River Indian Reservation area, the burnout was successful in that area. We're working on developing a public meeting there. Could be a couple days out to talk about how the fires worked and burned into the reservation area, and that we expect to see containment on that piece of line by the end of the day today or tomorrow. And the burnout went really well, and all reports are that those lines are going to be in good shape as we get a weather event moving towards us on Friday. Top of the fire on this piece of ground, it's burning into the fire from last year, and that is really not going to go anywhere. We have good opportunity to pick it up if it does come out of there into the burn from last year. However, it's hung up in some rocky cliff band areas, and we don't feel like there's a ton of potential for that to come out. All the way around the fire, all down here on the southeast corner, here into the Kern River Valley, is kind of similar. There's some old burn scars in there. There's not very good road access in there. We have had crews up to the fire's edge in that area, and they have done some preliminary work, but nothing that we could call containment at this time. It's really remote, hard to get in there. It takes a long time, a lot of effort, and there's a lot of snag hazards as well. As that transitions down into the brush, we feel like the chance of spread potential is pretty low to get that fire to move to the east into the Kern River Valley. That's your operational update for today. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to giving you more information in the coming days as we learn more about the area and the fire.